Welcome back to the Vitality 50 Plus podcast. I'm James, and I'm here with our resident medical expert, Dr. Jennifer. Today, we're diving into something that practically every guy over 50 has wondered about: those natural foods that can actually support your energy, stamina, and overall masculine vitality. Dr. Jennifer, this is such a popular topic in our community.
Absolutely, James. And you know what? There's real science behind why certain foods can make a meaningful difference in how men feel after 50. We're not talking about miracle cures here, but rather nutrient-dense foods that support the body's natural processes: circulation, hormone production, energy metabolism. It's fascinating stuff.
Right, and I think our listeners appreciate that evidence-based approach. Now, before we jump in, we should mention that while these foods can be incredibly supportive, they're not replacements for medical care, correct?
Exactly. If you're experiencing significant changes in energy, stamina, or other aspects of men's health, it's always wise to consult with your healthcare provider first. These foods work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle, not as standalone solutions.
Perfect. So let's start with our first powerhouse food. Dr. Jennifer, tell us about watermelon. I have to admit, I never thought of this as a men's health food until recently.
Oh, watermelon is actually quite remarkable. It's packed with an amino acid called citrulline, which your body converts into another amino acid called arginine. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Arginine helps your body produce nitric oxide, which is crucial for healthy blood vessel function and circulation.
And good circulation is pretty important for, well, everything, right?
That's right, especially for men over 50, when circulation can naturally become less efficient. Think about it. Better blood flow supports not just cardiovascular health, but energy levels, brain function, and yes, sexual wellness too. The beautiful thing about watermelon is it's also hydrating and relatively low in calories.
So, how would you recommend incorporating it? I mean, I love watermelon, but I usually think of it as just a summer treat.
Great question. For men watching their sugar intake, which many of our listeners are, I suggest moderate portions. Maybe a cup of cubed watermelon as an afternoon snack, or blend it into a smoothie with some protein powder and spinach. You get the citrulline benefits without overdoing the natural sugars.
Speaking of spinach, that's actually our second food, isn't it?
Exactly. Spinach is what I call a circulation superstar. It's loaded with natural nitrates, not the processed kind you find in deli meats, but beneficial plant nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. This supports that same vascular health we just discussed.
And I've heard spinach is good for energy too?
Absolutely. The iron content helps prevent fatigue, and the magnesium supports muscle function and can even help with sleep quality. For men over 50 dealing with afternoon energy crashes, spinach can be a game changer. I tell my patients to add a handful to their morning omelet or blend it into a post-workout smoothie.
You know, that's something I've started doing, throwing spinach into smoothies. You barely taste it, but you get all those nutrients. Now, our third food might surprise some people: dark chocolate. Dr. Jennifer, this feels almost too good to be true.
Laughs. I know, right? But there's solid research here. Quality dark chocolate, we're talking 70% cocoa or higher, contains compounds called flavonols. These support nitric oxide production and help keep blood vessels flexible and responsive.
So we're back to that circulation theme again.
Exactly. But dark chocolate has another benefit that's particularly relevant for men over 50, stress reduction. The compounds in cocoa can actually help lower cortisol levels and improve mood. And let's be honest, stress is a major factor in energy levels, sleep quality, and overall vitality.
That's such an important point. I think a lot of guys our age don't realize how much chronic stress affects everything else. How much dark chocolate are we talking about here?
Moderation is key. Maybe an ounce, which is about 1 or 2 squares after dinner. Enough to get the beneficial compounds without derailing your health goals. Think of it as a therapeutic treat rather than a dessert free-for-all.
Perfect. Now, our fourth food has quite the reputation: oysters. Dr. Jennifer, there's gotta be more to this than just old wives' tales, right?
Oh, there absolutely is. Oysters are one of nature's richest sources of zinc, and zinc is crucial for testosterone production and overall hormonal balance. For men over 50, when testosterone levels naturally begin to decline, adequate zinc intake becomes even more important.
And testosterone affects more than just, well, the obvious stuff, doesn't it?
Exactly. Healthy testosterone levels support muscle mass, bone density, energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. Zinc also plays a role in immune function and wound healing, all things that become more important as we age.
Now, not everyone loves oysters. What are some alternatives?
Great question. Pumpkin seeds are fantastic. Just a quarter cup provides a significant amount of zinc. Grass-fed beef, turkey, and even beans can help. The key is consistency rather than relying on one food.
That's really helpful. And our fifth category is nuts and seeds, which you just mentioned pumpkin seeds. Tell us more about this group.
Nuts and seeds are like little nutritional powerhouses. They provide arginine, remember, that amino acid that supports nitric oxide production, plus healthy fats that are essential for hormone synthesis. Your body actually needs certain fats to produce testosterone and other important hormones.
Which nuts and seeds do you recommend most?
Almonds and walnuts are excellent choices. Walnuts have the added benefit of omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart and brain health. Sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds are also fantastic. I usually recommend about a handful daily. You can snack on them, add them to salads, or blend them into smoothies.
You know, Dr. Jennifer, as we wrap up here, I'm struck by how these foods all seem to work together, supporting circulation, hormone production, reducing stress. It's like they're addressing the root causes of what many men experience after 50.
That's such an insightful observation, James. These foods support the body's natural systems rather than trying to override them. They work with your physiology, not against it. And that's really the key to sustainable vitality after 50.
For our listeners who want to start incorporating these foods, any practical advice?
Start simple. Maybe add spinach to your morning routine, keep some nuts handy for snacking, and enjoy a piece of quality dark chocolate in the evening. Small, consistent changes often produce the most lasting results.
And remember, gentlemen, this is about building vitality for the long term, not quick fixes. These foods can be powerful allies in your health journey, but they work best alongside good sleep, regular exercise, stress management, and appropriate medical care.
Absolutely. Think of it as investing in your future self. The choices you make today can significantly impact how you feel and function in the years ahead.
Dr. Jennifer, thank you as always for sharing your expertise. And to our listeners, remember, you have more control over your health and vitality than you might think. These natural, delicious foods are just one tool in your wellness toolkit.
Thanks, James. Here's to thriving, not just surviving, after 50.
That's a wrap on today's episode of the Vitality 50 Plus podcast. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep investing in yourself. This podcast is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes or if you have concerns about your health. Individual results may vary.